So welcome to the new Severne Dyno, and we're going to go through the performance characteristics of this incredibly versatile board. We're going to look at the upgrades that help the board perform better in the conditions that you're going to be sailing in. So whether that's freeride blasting on flat water, or whether you're entering into the wave environment, this board can deliver in both sets of conditions. It's like having two boards in one, and we're going to show you how this new setup on this board will radically improve your sailing, and it's going to be a fantastic board to take into all sorts of conditions. So let's take a look at the performance upgrades on the new Dyno. What we've done here is we've created a more rounded, more lifted nose. This brings the board to ride over chop a little bit more smoothly, gives it that sort of electric lifting feel, and particularly going through white water, it will help you punch through white water, which is a great asset in a free wave situation. As we work down the board, we've kept that very, very particular flat dyno rocker line. That really helps the board accelerate, keeps your early planing, keeps your top speed. It's a really important part of the dyno, and that's a real benefit to this board. Also, what we've done is refine the rails. Now, sometimes it's difficult to notice that detail, but on here, we've kept this really nice tuck on the rail and made that a very definite point of the board where when you bank into turns, it gives you real grip, whether that's on a waving situation or whether that's on a jibing situation. You want that safety and that grip in the rail. Now, the details we run through the rail here, we want release. We want the board to accelerate. So early planing, quickly getting going, fast blasting, or coming out of a jibe when you want that acceleration for those planing jibe exits. And that's really kept this board, kept the characteristics of this board being an exciting board to sail. As you can also see, we've put in a swallowtail. Now what that does, it keeps the width of the tail like we've had before, so that gives you your early planing, gives the board a lift, allows the board to accelerate. But the cutouts in the swallowtail mean that when you bank the board, when you engage the rail in turns, whether that's on a wave or in a jibing situation, you get extra grip. So we've tried to add value to the board and give those new performance characteristics the best to get the board out of your situations. When you're in wave situations or freeride situations, this complete board is incredibly versatile. Another one of the key design features of the new Dyno is this slightly raised volume in the tail of the board. Now this will help you have a little bit more float, a little bit more early planing. That could be for getting going in lighter winds, or also in a wave environment when you want a little bit more support under your back foot. We've kept the volume in the tail here underneath the foot strap, but also, as you can see, we've really pulled the thinness down in towards the tail, so you haven't lost any of the grip in the tail, and that's a really important part of this board. So we've got a little bit more support, a little bit more early planing, but also kept that real dyno grip in the turns. So if we go into a little bit more detail, we've got the cushioned, very comfortable camo pads. That gives you that comfortable feel and also gives you protection under your feet when you're landing jumps or when you're going over lots of chop. We've got the multi-position footstrap inserts here. So that accommodates larger stature sailors, so you can have a wider foot spread. Also, you can position your footstraps forward and aft on the board to make it better for early planing situations where you might want the footstraps slightly further forward, and also moving them slightly further aft if you want a little bit more speed, a little bit more lift from the board. So all Severne boards and sails come with this Hex 4 key. Now this enables you to adjust the footstraps very, very easily. You can even do it down on the beach. On the sails, they sit up inside the sail pocket, and you can adjust your fins, your thrusters, and your center fin, all with this wonderful Hex 4 key. It enables you to change the board literally right there and there. It's supplied in the thruster setup. So if you're moving into a wave environment, this is the setup you want. As you can see, they are inboard set here at the front and a single back strap. So here we've got the two thrusters at the front and we've got a smaller single fin at the back. Now what that does, it gives you grip, and it really gives the board its versatility in wave environments, free wave environments, and when you want that maximum control. So here we have the dyno set up in the free ride mode for flat water locations, which is the outboard foot straps, single fin, no thrusters. Now what this does, it gives you lots of speed for early planing and also helps the board accelerate. This complete board is incredibly versatile. It's like two boards in one.